Welcome, everyone, to Virginia Tech. And if we're here, you know it's time for Enter Sandman. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis with another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's take a step back and enjoy Enter Sandman. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tar Heels offense will go to work first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? So whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the left side. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. In the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Pulls it in. It's Stewart. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Hokies are facing 3rd and inches. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Tries to get it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, but especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you also, field goals aren't 100% at this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
Oh, they're after him. trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gives it on the option. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Lopez to pass. He wants to go deep. He's got it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he really needed to hold on to that one. Loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. Turning it on. He's... Stop, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there, getting the first.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab. It's Green. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to pass, it's Drones. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths Quarterback completes him, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football, and this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
Finds his man. It's Green. The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The option look. Now the pitch. Shoots his way for more. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Drones. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Hokies are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Toss to the left. And defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Lopez wants to fire. Sets up the screen. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Now the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gets away from one. He's got space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That brings him to within 1.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires left. Pulls it in. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Got his man downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has all the tools. When you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
And the Hokies with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Down to 2 minutes to play in the 1st half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. Inside the 30. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening
what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Drones. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed over the middle, it's Culliver. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Lopez to pass. Got a man, it's Johnson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it along the sideline. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Uncorks one. Found the spot in the defense. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one. Just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down.
Oh, he's got some space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Just ran over him.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they were able to corral him for a huge loss.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll do it himself. Runs through a tackle. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Lopez wants to fire. Right on the money.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets rid of it. Got him downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to buy time. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's got an open man. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Offense set on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. For straight line speed, Virginia Tech's had a lot of quarterbacks over the years who had some wheels.
I mean, this guy's got so much gas. He can just get up and go so quickly, and then they bring the fake in there, and there's just a lot to try to stop with this Virginia Tech quarterback.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Groves. Using his feet to buy time. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Selden. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Hokies are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The give to the tailback. Touchdown, Hokies! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Back to throw, it's Groves. And this will be caught as they convert the 2. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Ship. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. That's reeled in. It's Green. Flying out to the left. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lopez to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. Quarterback's got the first. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away. Finds a little space. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. The throw. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down here for the offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Selden.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Got his man big tight end. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Leaves it with the back. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. To the edge, it's Stewart. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. At the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Lopez wants to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Unleashes one. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.